Whoa! Get ready to be out of this world for this edition of K Ready with Miss Amanda. Hello there, Earth. Hi, friends. It's Miss Amanda from the Allen County Library, and welcome to K Ready. So I have exciting news. This week is our first week starting back regular programs here at the library, and Pre-K Story Hour will take place in-house every Tuesday at 10 o'clock and every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Pre-registration is required for these programs just so we can keep our numbers at a safe level. We still want to make sure everybody is practicing social distancing standards. Masks are not required. So if you want to wear a mask, that's fine, but we're not going to make you wear a mask just to come to our programs. I can't wait to see you. We're so excited. And we're going to start this week by talking about space. This fun book that we're going to read this week during story time is called Astronaut Training, and it's by Anita Cruz. It's about a little girl who wants to be an astronaut. And I think a lot of kids, especially when they're in their younger years, really take into space and exploration as something fun and something neat to discover and learn more about. So if you come to Story Hour on Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, you will get to hear me read this book in person. If not, you can check this out later in the week after our programs are over to go along with the craft bags that we have available. I will make 10 craft bags a week since we are having in-house programs. That number will be down. I used to make 20. Now we're going to make 10 a week. But we're hoping to have at least 10 children meet us every week on Tuesdays and 10 children every week on Wednesdays for in-house programming. So Astronaut Training is our book that we're going to be talking about this week. Stop by. I have got lots of space books displayed here in the library, and I'd love for you to come check those out as well. Anything space related this week is what we're talking about, so make sure to stop by, check out our space books, and get a fun kit to go along with it. Today we're going to talk about or make a really fun space activity. And if you can't come to the program but still want to do the activity at home, that's fine. You're going to have a black piece of paper in your bag this week. You're going to have a green rectangle. You're going to have a white square. You're going to have a blue half circle. If I can get mine free, like this. And you're going to have a little astronaut man or woman. I'm going to use 2 for my project today because I'm going to show off my boys today. All right. And then at the program, you're going to have an assortment of rhinestones and beads. You'll need a white crayon at home if you don't have one. And we also have glue and scissors that you'll need to pick up. Optional, have some really fun pictures of you, your children, to put inside the mask of our astronaut today. All right, let's get started. So the black is our background, and we want to make our black up tall. So this is called portrait. This is called landscape. We want to make it look like a portrait, long and tall. And you're going to find your blue half circle, and you want to match the straight edge with the bottom of your paper. Your half circle can go towards one side or the other, or it can be directly in the middle. It's up to you. I'm going to put some glue on the back of my half circle and just glue it down here in the corner, making sure that those 2 sides, those 2 flat edges are meeting nicely. And of course, we don't look for perfection. We're just looking to make sure that you're following simple instructions today. So make it look something like this. All right, so I didn't give you all the tools this week. I want to see what your brain can do. So this is supposed to replicate Earth. Now we know Earth is our planet. Earth is a round planet, but we don't see the whole round object. We're only seeing part of it because up here is outer space. So we see this blue, that's supposed to symbolize the ocean on our Earth. The green represents the land. So I want you to make little green lumps or bumps out of your green rectangle. And we're going to glue these down to the surface of our Earth. And you can have as few or as many. Remember that Earth is mostly made up of water. I think over 70% of our Earth's surface is made up of water, and that's important. Most of it is salt water, which is not drinkable, but a lot of our biggest creatures, our most mysterious creatures, live in the ocean. And they're a very good resource here for us on Earth. I'm only going to have 2 little lumpy bumps to add to my green half circle, and these will just signify different land masses on our Earth. So they can be glued down however you want. If you want them to look really specific to a country that you know that is on Earth, a land mass, you can take all the time you need to make it look just like that. But for time's sake today, I'm just going to make a few general shapes, what I call lumpy bumps again, and just glue them down so that we kind of know that these are Earth, land shapes on the Earth. All right, once you have those 2 things finished, we're going to go ahead and move on to the white square. We're going to make a crescent moon out of your white square. A crescent moon means that part of the moon is being shadowed by the, I don't want to get this wrong. It's either shadowed by the Earth or it's shadowed by the sun. I think it's by the Earth. The sun is creating a shadow, or we can't see it properly. Okay. Science nerds out there, help me. Okay, so this is a crescent moon. Part of something is shading out the rest of it. And we're going to glue that down on either side above the Earth. And it can really go in any direction. But I'm going to let mine do something like this. It's the sun, it's the sun's shadow that is making this shadow on the moon. I had to go back into that filing cabinet in my brain. Sometimes Miss Amanda has a hard time remembering. I bet everybody out there can be the same. I'm going to put a little astronaut here. So what is an astronaut? We've said that word a couple of times already. An astronaut is someone who studies all things that are space related. They will also maybe have the opportunity to go into outer space. Maybe they'll be able to help a space shuttle that's already out. Maybe they'll be able to get in some type of land rover and visit another planet one day. Maybe we'll make another trip to the moon. Who knows? So right now we have something that looks like this. I've already done one that you can look at this week, and it's just got my face, but I thought I would do a fun one today with my boys who are at home. So I'm going to cut out, I made pre-pictures of my boys, and parents, if you come to the library and you want me to get a picture of your child to put as an astronaut head, just let me know. I would be more than happy to take their picture and get this sized for you. Just makes the picture really fun. And then we'll do Caden. I have 2 boys at home. I have Caden and Silas. Caden is my stepson, and he's actually at his mom's house for the rest of the week. And then Silas is my 10-month-old, and he's at home with his daddy right now. All right, so now I'm going to glue down my boys' heads to their astronaut little figurine bodies. And then we'll finish this project with some fun details. Isn't that fun? I just think it just makes the craft having those pictures in there. All right, so let's talk about things that we see in outer space. We have these 2 astronauts. They're floating in space, but they need to be connected to something that's probably off the page that we can't see. If you were to be somehow off of your rocket ship or off of your special equipment that keeps you safe, and you didn't have some type of cord to connect you to, you would just float around in space forever until you died. So we don't need my boys floating around in space. I'm going to attach them with a cord that's going to be somewhere attached to a rocket somewhere, okay? And I'm just gonna make some little squiggly marks with a white crayon. Parents, if you have a white crayon or white chalk at home, that will show up really good on your black piece of paper. So since they're going to be probably on one rocket ship, I'm going to make their cords go in kind of the same direction. And once I get their cords doodled, I will show you what it kind of looks like. And we're just going to pretend that somewhere over here there's a rocket ship that they're attached to, because I don't need my boys flying off into outer space. All right, so once you have your cords on there, and that's just a really basic squiggle line, like a little loop-de-loop, let's make some stars in the sky. You've made stars with me in the past probably. It's just a line, and you do another line like a T, and then you divide those two lines in half again, and it makes a little star. So I'm gonna do several of those around, just so it adds some details. And then we'll finish it up with some really pretty rhinestones that can maybe be, you can pretend they're planets, you can pretend they're anything. If you wanted to really go all out and draw other planets on here, you sure could. You can talk about comets or different things that you might see in outer space, different nebulas, and, you know, maybe an alien. The possibilities are endless. I'm just going to put some glue dots here and there, and everybody will get 4 to 5 little rhinestones to add to their picture. You can add these with glue dots. I'm just using my Elmer's glue. I'm just squishing it down to make sure that it's sticking fine. And if you need to add a little bit more glue, that will be fine too. Okay. So there is my little project. I'm going to go ahead and somewhere on here, just so we are tying up all of our loose ends, and I'm going to say A is for astronaut. Parents, if you are able to bring your kiddos to indoor story time, in-house story hour, your child will have the opportunity to raise their hands, be called on, come to the board with me, write our letters that we're learning every week. And it's just really great to really prepare them for that classroom setting. We really try to harbor in the importance of knowing how to conduct and how to act during carpet time, because when your child is in kindergarten, they're doing a lot of carpet time, and that is just where a lot of learning is taking place. It's a manageable area for the teacher to be able to conduct teaching properly with the children all at one time. So just know that we do a lot of carpet time at story time, and we'd love for your child to be a part of that. A is for astronaut. We'll talk about other words, or other words that begin with the letter A. And I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. I'm really excited to see all of our friends again. I know a lot of my friends that I had in the past are already in school now, and I'm so proud of them. But I'm so eager to make new friends. All right, this has been a fun and quick edition of K Ready. Make sure to stop by if you're not going to come to our indoor program, and get your craft bag with your materials. And later in the week, this title will be available for checkout, as well as all of these other space books that I've got out for you. Okay, I can't wait to see you next week again for another virtual edition of K Ready, where we will be talking about snails. What? I love snails. What about you? All right, see you later. Bye.